All right, did you see that man hit the gong? That's pretty amazing. I bet he can even hit that red plate. Amazing what you can do with a big heavy rifle and a scope, right? Yeah, Hickok45 here brought out the old Ward's Western Field. You have allowed me to leave it in the safe for 5 or 6 years now. What is wrong with you all? This is one of my favorite rifles, and I have not had it out. So I do today. I'm glad you're here because it's a powerful round, 22. Watch this. See that bowling pin? I bet it'll knock it over. Boom! Yeah, such power. 22 long rifle. Let's shoot something else, like a cowboy. Boom! This is the first firearm that I fired. Okay, so that takes it back a ways, right? Beautiful firearm. Good old Ward's Western Field 47C. And my dad bought it in around 1950 from a neighbor, friend of ours. I remember him shooting it. I remember him at my granddad's farm. My granddad had 500 acres up in Grant County, Kentucky. And I still remember standing there by this fence row, and my uncle and dad and a couple other people, and my uncle, another uncle who was a gun nut, where I got the bug from. But they were shooting at a fox. I hope it was legal. I guess it was an apartment. I know he had a lot of chickens and things like that. And they were shooting at a fox across the ridge. Seemed like a long way trying to hit it. I don't think they ever hit it. But anyway, I remember them shooting that. I was probably like 5 or 6, 7 years old or something. So, but yeah, this is a gun. Then my dad gave it to me around, I don't know, age 13, 12, 13. And so it's been mine for a long time. And then I restored it. As I discussed in the other videos, I refinished the stock myself. And isn't that a pretty piece of wood? I mean, it's gorgeous. I need to keep it oiled down and keep it pretty. But it's a beautiful piece of walnut, and I'd let paint get it on or something from speckled from rolling a ceiling, I think, or I'd had this in my room when I was younger. In the good old days, I had a gun rack. I showed you that in the first video. The gun rack that was actually in my bedroom where I had this, and I just had it there. And the trigger guard got broken on it somehow. And I just gave up on it, think I'd never find one. It was in kind of bad repair, it just wasn't in good shape. It needed bluing, it needed a scope, a new one. The nickeling had gotten off and flaked off and all that. So I did the stock first, and I found the trigger guard. It's a Numeric Arms. So then I had it re-blued, I had that bolt re-nickeled, the trigger re-nickeled, I'm pretty sure they re-nickeled it as well. And put a scope on it, and so I got it in really better shape than I ever remember it being growing up. That's for sure. But neat old gun, probably made in the 40s, maybe, yeah, late 40s, I don't know, something like that. But just a big old heavy gun that is big enough for a 30-06 or something, really, if you wanted to. So I'm gonna load him up and shoot him some more. Let's do a little experiment on these 2-liters while we're here. Why don't, let's see, that green one and that orange one. I'll shoot the green one on the bottom and see what it does. Whee, doggies. All right, I'll shoot the orange one near the top and then kind of in the neck and see what it does. Well, they both kind of went crazy for a little bit, didn't they? And I'm going to shoot that bowling pin down there and see what it does. Woohoo! Bowling for dollars. There's another one. Oh, another 2-liter. Got him on the bottom, and he shot up a little bit. Let's do that on these. See if we get them to rocket a little bit. Woo! I'll shoot this one on top. Okay. Maybe it's better to shoot them low. Okay, we're just usually kind of random about it. So we thought we'd do a little scientific experiment here, So, you know what, there's another 2-liter on the hill over there, I think, behind that tree. Yes, I don't know if I can hit it. offhand, but we'll shoot at it. All right, pop that baby. About a red plate. All right, about another red plate. How about a gong? Got one more round. How about a pig? Go hog hunting. Boom, right in the eye. Pretty neat. Yeah, man. Again, as I've pointed out, that's one advantage of the shooting sports, is they're kind of lifelong. And you know, it's just neat to be able to have the same firearm too, this long, this many years. So this would be the firearm that sets the record for me. It's the longest running firearm that I have had access to, obviously. The first firearm I fired, I was like 10, out on the farm we lived, and my first shots with it had no scope, and just had to line up the screw on the end there, and I was hooked after firing this.